Today we are going to write, illustrate and sell a picture book in 1 week. Maybe you have a full-time job, maybe you're studying at college or university and you only have the weekends off, or you only have 1 week to get it done. Hey, I'm Chantal. You might know me from writing and illustrating my own children's book, Adina and Her Star, which we are nearly an entire year into the illustration process. And along the way, a lot of people have asked me, Chantal, where do I print my own children's book? And until recently, I have never had an answer. When I first partnered with Gelato, I had no idea that they printed customizable photo books which you could use to print your children's book. Gelato is the world's largest print-on-demand service where you can create thousands of customizable items. So I am honestly so excited for 2 reasons. Number one, I potentially have an answer of where you guys can print low quantity, high quality, accessible platform to print your children's book and get it out in the world. Because Gelato is print on demand, which means that you could potentially just order 1 copy of your children's book for yourself or a couple for your friends and family. Number 2 is that you don't have to have any inventory or startup costs because Gelato links to your online shop and you only have to pay for the product when an order comes through your shop. You can be a published author, you can get your story out in the world without spending any money. What? That's insane. And talking about stories, Chantal, what story are we illustrating today? So there is a reason why I said picture book in the thumbnail and not children's book. This idea that I have is for a story, kind of like a meaningful, questioning kind of poem story, prose story. It's not a children's book, it's not meant to be read to children, but it's kind of like a coffee table book, I guess you would say, with beautiful illustrations. But I remember having this idea for a book and I was like, I don't know, and I literally told you guys in one of my videos, like, I'm gonna write this script down right now, otherwise I'll forget it. So you guys know in the future when I illustrate this story that this is the one I'm talking about. Okay, legacy. That's the word I'm gonna give you, and you understand when you read the story in the future that this is the moment I had the idea for it, all right? Because I really want to illustrate it. The story is about us questioning whether our search for human meaning brings us closer to who we are meant to be or makes us stray further from the path. That's the idea. And from the idea, we go into script writing and story writing. So that's kind of what I want to do right now. I have my notebook where I have the initial idea. I'm going to go from that, really branch it out and write a script. So let's do it. A lot of you guys might not know this, but I was at university, and when I was at university I was studying philosophy and creative writing, literature. I can't remember which one it was, but we got sidetracked. I wrote the script and I thought I'd read it to you guys in my own voice so you can kind of see where we're going. It is 8 pages, so I guess 16 pages or around, I don't know, 16, 20 pages. Are we ready? I want to leave behind a legacy. You see, time is the only thing we cannot acquire more of, and yet I yearn for immortality. I mourn the present moment as if it were already a memory, but if I leave behind a legacy, I can transcend time by living beyond my own physical existence. I can experience life through the inspirations of other millennia into the future. Does my thirst for immortality make me greedy or more human? Anyway, just some of the words in there. Oh, you guys know I love symbolism, I love meaning, and I love storytelling, and I love world building. And I think there's so much that can be done in just a small script. The amount of world building that you can do in the words that you use and the symbolism behind them and how that can be translated into illustration. I just get goosebumps. I love it so much, and I just think to myself, like, what if I could write a whole book series in the future? Like, imagine the level of world building I could infuse in that. Well, it's not ready, let me tell you. I'm not ready either. I can't write yet. Maybe one day. I've just drawn up the squares in true to size, which is so good. And basically now I'm gonna separate the sentences into the pages they need. And there's kind of two ways that I can illustrate this. And the first is to have a main character that kind of stays the same through every illustration. Or number two, I can have kind of very poignant and meaningful and kind of play on words illustrations. And I think that one's gonna be a lot funner, a lot easier, and just, you know, more magical for each kind of word, each kind of say. Hey guys, it is currently 2 o'clock the next day. I've been busy all morning, but we are finally going to start illustrating the pages today. So let's get into it. Hey guys, it's now 3:30 and I just sketched up all the pages. There are 2 illustrations that I have already done that I want to use in the book, and that is my fairy painting and the painting of little me that we're going to slip in there. But as I was sketching up all these pieces, I just realized the monumental task I have at hand illustrating. Like, these pieces aren't just done in a couple hours. Like, these pieces are going to take minimum 5 hours each, which means I've got like 40 hours of work ahead of me. I don't know what I was thinking. What was I thinking? This is crazy. Anyway, this is the first piece that I've drawn up for the front page, I think. And we are gonna work on it right now.
Whatever you do, don't forget me, 'cause you never left my mind, not once, yeah. Every touch, my heart goes bumping. Baby, I can't get over you, I can't. You make me feel good, gonna make you mine, baby.
Morning guys, it is currently Tuesday, so I have been working on this project for 1.5 days. I also painted the first illustration. It's giving very Calixlupian style, which I don't know if I'm mad about that, but I kind of am mad about that. I don't know, to me it's just too simplistic, but also I don't have the time to spend hours and hours and hours on each illustration. And because of that, I think I'm gonna like mix in some of my own past illustrations into the book, more than I thought. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the second illustration here, and yeah, we're gonna see how much we can get done. Let's go. Morning guys, it is Thursday. It's Wednesday. It's currently 11:30, bit of a late start. I have 2.5 illustrations to do today in order to finish, and then I also have 2 illustrations that I've already done that want to be part of the story. So we've got this one that I finished the day before, Tuesday. This one I finished yesterday, and I also started this one. Kind of had an interrupted day yesterday. I also I'm so frustrated and disappointed in myself, and because I set such high expectations for my illustrations, I'm like, yeah, these ones are gonna look like Adina and a star. No, they're not. Each page of Adina and a star, my big illustrations, they take 50 hours each. Bestie, we don't have time for that. So I don't know why I'm thinking that the illustrations are going to look the same, because they're not. They're smaller, less detailed, but they're still cute and fun, and they don't need to be more than that, and I shouldn't set my expectations for them to be more than that. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know, they're kind of growing on me. Hey guys, it is Thursday. It's currently 1:30 because it has been disgustingly raining and dark and cloudy. While the sun is out, I'm going to quickly photograph all my paintings so we can digitalize them, ready to put them in the book tomorrow. So let's go do this. Good morning guys, today is such an exciting day because we will be putting the book together in Gelato. So let's head over there. So the first thing I'm going to do is log into Gelato. I am going to go onto their catalog over here, and they have thousands of different product items that you guys can choose from fine art prints to t-shirts to merch to wall art, calendars, hats, phone cases. But for this project, we are going to go into their photo books there, and they actually have 2 options. They have a soft cover and a hard cover, because this is just a small project and it's just something for fun to try out. I am going to choose the soft cover, but if you have a big project, maybe you're creating your university or college art book or a big children's book, I definitely would try out the hardcover. But we're gonna go and click the soft cover, and they have 3 different sizes here: 14 by 14, 20 by 20, and 21 by 28, which honestly, that's very reasonable options. And yeah, I'm just gonna pick the smallest one that they have. They also have page numbers here from 30, but you can print all the way up to 200 pages. Start designing, which is so exciting. They make it super easy. What I'm gonna do now is gonna go to my files, and I'm gonna select all the artwork that I wanna upload. Let me know what you guys like, because initially I was gonna make this the front cover, but I don't know if it actually fits in with what I'm trying to create. So I kind of really like the simplicity of this image. And yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go and keep it as. Now I'm gonna go and add a text and I'm gonna write the title page. I do not like that font at all. At the moment we have 36 pages. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 extra artworks that I have made in the past. And anyway, I think I'm gonna go and order this book, order a sample, and we will check back in probably about a week. Guess what just arrived in the mail yesterday? It finally arrived. Look at how cute it is. Look at how adorable and small it is. It's like the size of my head. This is the 14 by 14 centimeter for reference. I thought I would give it a quick review of the quality. There's 4 things that I look for when I'm printing a book, and that is book binding, page quality, color, and details. First of all, book binding. I'm gonna rate that a solid 6 out of 10. I feel like it's really hard to do book binding well. It's like the thing that I always look for. Points in book binding is that I do not feel like the page is gonna fall out. Like, she is secured at the spine. However, the first page and the last page is like over glued, so I like kind of lose, I don't know if you guys can see that, I lose a little bit of the writing because it's over glued to the spine. However, that is just the first and last page. So I think if I was printing, I would skip this page here and leave this page blank and print this here. That's what I would do. I think that's what I'm gonna go and change, because otherwise, like, I can't see what's written on the first and last page. Next is page quality. Page quality, I'm gonna rate a solid 8.5, because you know what, she's thick. She's a nice thick paper, but she's thin enough that it's very easy to turn the pages, to flick through them. So you know what, solid 8.5. Color correctness to my images is solid 8. Solid 8. There are a few colors that are a little bit paler than what I would have, but you can turn up the saturation in your own images before you're printing. But honestly, look at that. Look at that. That is pretty much correct to what my originals look like. Detail also very solid. The front cover lacking a little bit of clarity, but that's because it's a very kind of matte. I'm gonna say a 7.5 for detail. I'm gonna say a 7.5. Just the inconsistency is where it loses points. Otherwise, I would give it an 8. Overall, I would say that the printing quality on a scale of 1 to 10 would be, I rated a 7.5. I think we have 1 day left. I am gonna go and film and edit a reel for Instagram and TikTok so I can sell my book. And then I'm gonna go and fix up the mistakes and a few errors that I have seen in my book. And then we're gonna go and add it to my shop, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. Filmed all the content that I need for my reel. I'm gonna basically just spend the next hour getting footage from the past, footage from what I use now to put the video together, because it's actually a minute long and I don't know what videos I'm gonna use for some parts of it, but we're gonna like put it together, I think. Anyway. Guys, I finally finished finished editing my reel together. It's currently 2:30. I also took some of my own product photos for legacy. I think it's always good to have some of your own photos in your own environment so people can really see the quality. What we're gonna do now is that we're gonna go and jump onto Gelato. Now it's completely free to sign up to Gelato. You can create an account, look at the catalog, but if you order within the first 3 days of creating your account, you get 50% off your product. So just keep that in mind. So what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna go and jump over to my templates. I'm going to add to store, click my store. I'm gonna pick the mock-ups that I want to use. I think it's also cool to have some of the images inside. So I'm gonna pick, then I'm gonna continue to details and write a little description. Once I've done the little description, I'm gonna continue to prices. And what's really cool with Gelato is that they have a little table here that shows you what your profit margin is, whether you want to set it to 50% profit margin, 30%, and how much money you're making per book or per item. Once I've hit publish, I need to go over to my Squarespace. On my Squarespace site, I'm going to go and add my own product photos. I also just want to note that if you publish your photo book to a Shopify or Etsy store, you can add a personalization option with Gelato's Personalization Studio, including adding a title on the cover, special messages. Also, this is what the final book looked like on my own Squarespace website, and I definitely will give you guys an update with how many books I sold in my next YouTube video. Before I end this video, I just want to say thank you so much to Gelato for sponsoring this video. If you guys would love to self-publish your own picture book, whether that is for work or just a creative project that you have on your own, you can sign up for free today, and if you buy a product in the first 3 days, you can get 50% off. So I cannot wait for you guys to share your stories with the world. Love you, bye!